I just want to mention also that these questions were taken from the community. And fifth question. It is obvious that No Child Left Behind has not been a complete success. Furthermore, we as a country continue to fall behind other countries in terms of producing graduates ready for the 21st century. What are your thoughts and suggestions for a remedy?
Mr. Chairman, that question is directed to you first.
As quiet as it might be kept, I am a professional educator here, teaching both at the secondary and post-secondary level. I believe that the deficits that we are experiencing in the public education system is because we are mitigating our standards. We are looking for ways to pass rather than to educate. The byproducts, of course, are spelled out in the 21st century job needs that exist, but training in 20th century mode and model. We have organizations that are hungry for qualified individuals coming out of the manufacturing industry that we call public education. But if we compromise the standards, if we allow students to go through for the sake of a number, rather than to make sure that it's a quality education, we are not going to receive the best benefit, the best bang for the education tax dollar that we invest. When you take a look at an education K through 12, but let's say the average dollar figure might be $8,000 per student. That's over $100,000 over 13 years. We as citizens are making those investments. We need to make sure that those students are getting the best dividend in education that they possibly can, so they can become quality producers in the marketplace and in the global economy. And right now, if education was an Olympic sport, I don't think we would get the gold, the bronze, or the silver, because we are not able to compete effectively on the global scale. Teachers, parents, and pupils have a shared responsibility to correct that. And under me, those kind of things will begin to happen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, my dad always told us that people could take away your car, your possessions, your home, but if you get an education, that's something that can never be taken away from you. I have taken that to Congress and have focused most recently on science, technology, engineering, and math for all. I've also started a diversity caucus and a STEM caucus that brings together on a bipartisan basis members so that we can aggressively push an education agenda that helps communities like El Paso. By doing things like the government will forgive your loans if you agree to come and teach in an underserved area. The government will forgive your loans if you agree to spend the next 5 years after the first round in there as well. So those are innovative ways that we can highlight education.
Thank you, Congressman.
My wife Amy, who's here with us tonight, is an educator at the Lafayette Preparatory Institute downtown. I've also knocked on thousands of doors over the last 4 months and met many, many teachers. And from talking with Amy and talking with these teachers, it's obvious that No Child Left Behind, whatever its good intentions, has not worked. There's far too much red tape, paperwork, and bureaucracy, and it's not doing what it was intended to do. Those of you who are in high school, you don't get excited about becoming good at test taking, at least the normal ones. Those of you who are teachers, you didn't become a teacher so you could become good at teaching to the test. What we have today does not foster intellectual curiosity. It doesn't make people excited to learn, and it doesn't do what we need to do if we're going to make El Paso in this country the most competitive that they can possibly be.
Question is directed toward Congressman James.
As far as No Child Left Behind, it's a fraud that was reported to the taxpayers. The taxpayers who paid school taxes were taken for a ride. That No Child Left Behind should be abolished. It's unfortunate that we had a president that thought that that was the greatest thing since apple pie, and it wasn't, because it does not allow teachers to teach. Teachers must be allowed to teach and use all the technology and the resources that are available in the 21st century. That's it.